Hello everybody, how y'all doing on this Friday? Yeah, I know you all are probably really excited for the weekend. I'm not too sure if I am or not. Yeah, we still got some storm clouds and a little bit of storm cells also in the area. Definitely feeling better, so that's a good thing. But I know my nose is very itchy. Sorry. So yeah, and with the flooding and everything else that we've had over the last week, it's like, okay, let's just see what happens this weekend. Especially after this one card that I pulled, I'm like, oh no, I hope not. So, all right, let's go ahead and dive into this. All right. So yeah, first up, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Find out what sort of spirit animals we have around us. First up, from the bottom of the deck, the number 38 card. That's the 3-8 card. Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Okay? And this is where it gets to be a little bit tricky with this next card. From the top of the deck, the number 64 card. Yep, the number 64 card. The Wasp Spirit, sometimes life stings. And interestingly, you've got let's see if I can do this right. The lizard spirit looking right at the wasp spirit. So it's like, okay, let's see what happens. All right, last card, also from the top of the deck. This is the number 3 card. That's a solo 3. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. So maybe it could be just a situation, even though that's been a bit chaotic here lately, it could just be a simple thing where it's like, you know what, it's time to start really working on dreaming your world into being, basically. Duh. It's really time for you to really step forward, to really start pushing forward, to start really working on the life that you really, really want, especially if things are not going your way and so forth. Just set those healthy boundaries, okay? Just, I guess, word of advice. It could be just as simple as that. Maybe I know that there's also some storms in the Midwest, like around Ohio and so forth. Flooding, power outages, and so forth. A lot of the same with here and everything. Maybe you're just running into some stumbling blocks like I am right now and everything, and maybe it's during these times, even though I know I haven't been feeling well and so forth. Maybe you're going through the same thing, or maybe you're just feeling really drained or whatever because of, things that are happening right now. Don't forget, we have this Mercury retrograde that we're in also. Try and keep pushing forward with everything and set those healthy boundaries, okay? On the one hand, take it easy, to relax and so forth. Take this opportunity to be able to just take it in and everything, so you can learn the lessons that help you grow, but at the same point keep moving forward also, okay? But just take it a little bit slower and steadier and everything. Maybe just write out the plan, okay? So in that way, when we get back into that forward motion again, yeah, we can keep moving forward. All right. So that one added up to 6. So something about home environment or our physical bodies. What have I been going through all week with the storms? Yeah. Definitely issues with the physical body. All right. Okay, since how it's Friday, today is the Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Find out what sort of messages that all of us light workers and light warriors can take with us into the weekend. All right, first out, from the bottom of the deck, the number 41 card. That's the 4-1 card, Spiritual Decree. So basically telling us, write it down, and have that vision in your mind and everything. What it is that you want, for your life, what it is, what sort of person that you want, and so on and so forth, and proclaim it. Write it down, say it out loud, think it out loud, whatever it takes and everything. Let the universe know what it is that you want. What it is that you want from in here, not what everybody is telling you that you should be doing to be able to be a part of society and so forth, what it is that you want. Not what they want, but what you want. Really dive deep into it. Even if it may be something that you're just like, no, I don't want to. Maybe deep down inside you actually do. And you're just being, or maybe you're at a stage in your life where you're just kind of like, you know what? Maybe I'm saying no to that right now because I'm not ready for it. Kind of do that sort of soul searching and everything. Or maybe it's both. I look at I'll just use myself as an example. I've been wanting for several years to have a rescue farm. With the rescue animals, have it be a working farm. Obviously, it's going to have to, because somehow or another, it's got to pay for itself. But at the same point, I've always wanted to have a place for rescue animals. Not necessarily just cats and dogs. But I love ducks and bunnies and cows and horses and so on and so forth. Always have wanted that. But at the same point, I also find myself to be a city girl. I do like the glamorous things, or not the glamorous things, but the finer things in life. We'll put it that way and everything. So it's kind of an amalgamation of both of those things. But I have found myself, especially as I'm getting older, I'm not wanting to actually be in the city. I'm actually wanting to be out in nature, be out in the country, be away from people and so forth, and just wanting to, take in as much natural environment as I possibly can. It's something I've always loved and everything, but now I'm actually wanting to move forward with that, which is something I am working on. So there's my spiritual decree. So much so I even put it on my blog to make sure it's etched in stone, whether I want it to be or not. Okay? So, but at one point in my life, no, I didn't want it. I wanted to live in DC and, be part of the power elite and all this sort of stuff and everything. And now look where I'm at. Yeah. So, anyway, next card, top of the deck, the number 31 card. That's 3-1 card, alchemical mutation. According to the guidebook, it's the amalgamation of the mind, body, and spirit. Well, what was I just talking about? Basically amalgamation of the two different parts of what I love, So yeah, as far as what it is that I'm looking for, as far as, my home, where I want to be able to spend, with my retirement years and so forth, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, that big, beautiful, old Victorian house out in the country, up in the mountains. Being a bit of a challenge looking for it, but you know what? It'll happen one way or another. So, alchemical mutation. I can have the big, beautiful refinement and everything while at the same time living out in the country. All right, last card, the number 43 card. That's the 4-3 card, the 6th ray of devotion. This is your Archangel Uriel being around you and reminding you, basically, dream your world into being despite what's going on with life stinging, setting those healthy boundaries and so forth, moving forward, staying devoted to what it is that you truly want. Okay, all right, that added up to 7. That both those 7 being all about that divine inspiration, those lightning bolts, basically. Okay, using your intuition and so on and so forth. 6 plus 7 equaling 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. All about that stability. Definitely need that right now with all these retrogrades. And oh yeah, Uranus is going retrograde here in a few days on the 28th. And then on the 4th, we also have Jupiter going into retrograde. But fortunately, we don't have to worry about Mars. Mars was already in retrograde earlier this year. So yeah, a lot going on and everything. It'd be interesting if we could retrograde ourselves. I wouldn't doubt it in the least if we show up as retrogrades on the other planets. That would be interesting now, wouldn't it? I don't know why that popped in my head, but hey, All right, so please, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you like the content coming out of this channel, please subscribe. Also hit those notification buttons so you know when new content is coming out. Please share so we can keep this positivity going. And don't forget to head on over there to the blog. I know I got to get some new posts up there. All right, y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Sunday. Love you.